What other qualitative tests did you do?
What do you mean?
Volatile organics,
Oh,
fertilizers?
full part 5.
Okay.
Full part 5.
Yeah, it's broad spectrum. No, I believe you.
Okay. No, it's,
Are you going to give us some kind of data sheet on what you did?
I submitted this
You
whole
did?
report. This
Okay.
report's been submitted 2 months ago.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, Rich. I just getting brought up to speed.
Okay, no, it's 2 months.
I've only been on the board a month.
Oh, well, then you didn't see it.
Well, we've all been here quite a long time, and you guys are almost strangers to us.
Yes,
Okay.
I hear
So
you,
you
I hear
can't-
you've had some projects.
Well, you know, if you came in the beginning and told us what you might do, and
I was here that night too. I was
You were.
in the audience.
Yeah,
but a lot of people since then have been asking us what's going on, what's happening.
yeah,
We don't have those answers,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, well, the only answers I can give are the ones I know. And,
Yeah.
you know, right now, I mean, I certainly went over the sewer system with you from the get-go. And we'll be using the existing sewer system with the existing speedies permit that is discharging today, and the water system I've just described. So,
In the very beginning, back, I don't know, eight months, a
8,
year
10,
ago.
whatever, they
Year
all
maybe.
run together for me now.
Yeah, we had some questions about your project and where the traffic was gonna go and how it was gonna work. And myself, I asked, are the roads wide enough to accommodate the traffic that you want to put on them?
No.
And I don't know what, I haven't heard an answer on that. That's, am I,
We
do you remember me saying that?
Carl,
I
we,
do, Carl.
Yeah, and I
Carl,
said,
we submitted a survey. We went out after you asked that, and we did a survey and determined the right-of-way of the street in question is 40 feet, if I recall.
oh, the one I questioned?
The
Wall Street getting
Wall
out to
Street
28?
to 28. The
Okay.
right-of-way was 40 feet. Now, I could, look,
If
I
that's
do
the
a lot,
case,
I do a lot of projects. I know we submitted the survey because
okay,
I'm gonna, off the top of my head, say the right-of-way width was 40 feet, but if I can get a map, I'll tell you exactly.
yeah, all right.
Well,
Well-
but, you know, whether the pavement is 16 or 14 or whatever, the right-of-way is 40. So the
Okay,
road can be wide.
You'd be going over into people's lawns and whatever. If it's the right of way, it's the right
That's
of way.
within the right-of-way.
Yeah, all right, if that's the right of way. Okay, I was under a different impression. I didn't think it was that wide a right of way.
Well, exactly, and that's why we went out and did the survey
Okay.
with a licensed
And
land
if
surveyor.
there's a right of way to that extent, then you can
Right,
accommodate.
but, let me see.
And I'm not trying to make it hard.
No, look, my
you know,
memory, I
I
haven't
did
been
my
to
own
these
survey
meetings
with my
either.
own tape measure.
Yeah,
And, you know, the road was 14 foot or whatever it was, and I'm saying, God, we gotta take these people's trees.
I'm not
If
sure.
there's a right of way there, then it's modified.
yeah. We submitted it to you guys.
Because I know for years and years and years, you had to stop what you were doing. You had to pull over on the guy's lawn a little bit and let the bus get by.
Well,
It's still like that.
That, I don't
I
know.
understand.
Yeah.
And,
You're gonna wind it by eminent domain?
What's it? I don't wanna get into my file.
They gotta take the 40.
Now, while he's looking that up, I'll invite y'all anytime to come to my house in that neighborhood and spend some time with me and show you real numbers and real figures. So at any time, anybody wants to come, spend some time and see real numbers, that invitation's out there for y'all at any time.
Okay, you give our, after the meeting, after we get done here, you give our secretary your name.
Thank you.
And contact information.
Contact.
Thank you.
I'm not doubting your word, but what I'm saying is, if the right of way was there, why why the hell were we stopping traffic and going around the bus? You know what I'm saying? I don't. They could have widened it back then.
They could have widened it back then.
Yeah, okay.
Whether they did the property survey or not, you know, that's one of the questions. The district or town or anyone else, it's,
Talking about putting the water towers out.
right, and you talking about.
Unless you remember. I'm getting, it's
Wall
a
Street
while.
has a set width. The problem that I'm having is that I'm relying on my memory, and I don't like to do that.
Yeah,
You
well.
know, and I'm looking for the map right now.
It was a year ago, I brought this up.
I know, and I did the survey shortly thereafter.
Okay.
You know, so,
Maybe you sent it to me, and then I. And the other thing, we recommended if the roads were that narrow and traffic was a problem, I suggested you put in a new road down the Danenberg.
right, and we went through all of the grades, the length and.
I remember that.
location. So, you know, that was.
Well, listen,
Yeah, we're just getting going.
we'll give you time to get your paperwork. You don't have to do it
Yeah,
now.
I
I'm sure you got
I don't
it.
want to put on the record that it's 40 feet just for my memory, that I'm just,
Yeah.
you know.
Understood, yeah.
We're not here
Well,
to be
if
hard.
it was 10 or 15 years ago, it would be like that.
See, we're tired of that too.
I'm not.
Oh, well, close.
Are you saying that's not from being 21 or?
And Alan, I mean, you're gonna submit the water report to Dennis too, right? And the traffic stuff, so we're just gonna always get that, we'll get that to the board and to
I
Dennis.
just,
And to the public.
we're gonna have to unfold these.
Yeah.
Submit
Don't
that.
worry, Rich, don't worry about it.
Wait a minute.
All right, thanks.
I have a couple questions, actually. What kind of condition is the parking and the sidewalks?
The condition is they're gonna be redone.
Okay, so they are indeed, okay. Another question, are the buildings sprinkled?
No,
Are there any hydrants that exist on the
no.
property?
No, you need a water supply for that is, you know,
Sufficient to?
sufficient, or I've done them in the state, OMRDD houses, and you need it like a 10,000 gallon storage tank, a booster pump, and a emergency generator to service those sprinklers, so that if the power's out and there's a fire, those sprinklers go off and have a supply of water. These buildings don't have that.
The present ones.
The present ones, and I don't believe you're proposing to sprinkler the apartments, no.
That wouldn't be a mandated thing for that?
I don't think so for the building code, no.
Well, my question too was relative to the volume of water. That's why I asked about the hydrants and sprinklers specifically.
Uh-huh.
Not that it's technically a site issue.
Well, Paul, here's how they work. Once you fill this 10,000, we'll call it a 10,000 gallon tank. I mean, I'm just going by ones that I'm familiar with that I've walked by. Once you fill that 10,000 gallon tank, it's full till the sprinklers go
The
on.
water's there.
So it's not something that uses water every day or.
No, I know,
is a
at one head, it's
well,
only taking actually a relatively small volume of water, so.
Yeah.
Okay, but, I mean, internal circulation is really my first good look at the map. I'm just seeing if we can come down here, let's say a fire truck coming down here, I just don't see any turnaround for it, you know? Going over toward the tennis court where the access lane kind of ends.
Right, you're doing the loop here, and you're parking here and backing out, is your point.
Yeah.
There's no, no access around the back of the building.
No, because
Not vehicular access, no.
if you move this a little bit, you'll see these lines.
It's pretty steep.
Right.
Not suitable for a fire truck or ATV or anything else.
I'm just guessing at it, you got 25 to 50 feet of flat area. No?
Here,
Yeah.
mm,
I don't see a scale, I don't have it.
that's 100, so that could be 50
Yeah,
here.
50 to 25,
Yeah. Yeah.
good guess.
Yeah.
Are there storm sewers, or is all the storm water contained in the surface?
Boy, I don't remember if there were, I think there were some catch basins to the front of the school. I know there's nothing to the rear. But I think it drains out towards 28. I don't think there's anything that goes in the firehouse direction, if I
Okay.
recall. I'd have to look at that. I haven't looked at the stormwater in a year.
Just curiosity, you know, like I said, it's my first acquaintance with it.
Sure.
I'm trying to get up to speed.
On the water, what's compared, the apartment use, what is it compared to what the school used when they were in session?
We've determined the number of apartments based on the state design flow rate. And the school has a discharge permit for 5,100 gallons per day, which they never hit. But with the apartments at 110 gallons per day per bedroom, we can say that with the water savers and what goes on in the water usage today, our apartment flow will probably be half that, half the 5,100 gallons a day.
For what, 4,600?
Washing machine.
Well,
Yeah.
Dishwashers.
Yeah, we gotta try to keep it down here.
Sorry.
There'll be definitely public hearing on this. You'll have your chance, okay? So please, try to
So
help us get
you
this
said you
meeting
found
done.
3 wells, 2 of them weren't usable?
right.
Would they go dry or not, were they polluted or?
No, the one under the school was dry. The other one we couldn't get into. Okay, you know, it was buried.
Well,
He said that by the time we find this thing and get into the sanitary cap, he says, how are you going to, you know, put in a riser to keep it, to meet the present health departments? You're better off drilling a new well and putting in the pitless adapter and all the stuff new and forgetting about trying to resurrect something that the school stopped using for they don't know what, right? So we don't know anything about the
Yeah.
second well, pretty much.
and how deep was the new well?
420?
And what'd you say, it produced 7?
8.5,
8.5?
at a 72-hour test.
And it headed up how far?
The drawdown was 72? 72, I think, feet total drawdown. And then when it came back, I'd have to,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you always had 300 and some feet of water, so that's.
yeah.
Probably more what's been submitted, very comfortable with my level of question. Mike, you have anything to add?
No, I think we're gonna, if Dennis can comment, I mean, it would be the board's, whatever the board's preference is, to wait for Dennis to comment, have a public hearing before Dennis comments,
No, they want Dennis' comment.
Yeah, I think it's probably
Okay.
best to have Dennis's
And then we
comments,
know-
because then least the public
And,
has.
and are you up on the sprinkler system? Is there gonna be a sprinkler system? Is there not?
I don't believe so, but no.
And code doesn't mandate that.
Yeah, you're architect. Yeah, you're architect.
Well, that'll be looked into by our engineers.
We'll get, and we'll also, Carl, we'll get a definitive answer on that from the architect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
important.
Like, it's not a wood frame, you know, but there's
No, but
there's
for better
three-story,
reasons, you
there's a
got,
three-story rule, but the code changes all the time, so we'll get the architect.
you got 46 apartments, but whatever.
Volunteer fire.
Big apartment. Dense, yeah. And whatever it takes to go to the right places and get the right information. Okay, so for now, anybody else have any more questions here for presently? There's gonna be a lot more questions tonight.
I'll do it for tonight.
I think so. Give our town engineers something to do. Give us some more money for escrow. By the way, the escrow thing is a good thing. And when you put money in that escrow, it's used for your project. And when your project comes to an end, half of it's left over, you get it back. So it's not being wastefully used. That's about it for tonight.
Yeah, unless,
Anybody else? I'll ask the floor just very easily. Simple couple, quick questions and make it easy.
well, Carl, we're not gonna answer any questions.
No, you're not.
on the fly.
You're not, but I'd like to hear what the town, a little bit. This is not a public hearing, but
I'll say
short and brief.
Something to take in consideration is the small fire department that's gonna have to deal with hopefully nothing, but should something happen, is there enough fire?
That will be looked into.
Okay.
He's right, I have concern about that too.
It took me, traffic study, I just want to say one thing. It took me at about 9:30 today, in the morning, took me almost 10 minutes to get out of Wall Street to onto 28. So there is more traffic coming on 28 and
Which will impede.
which will impede.
Okay,
Because
well,
it took me that long to, and never, it's,
all right.
You're talking about making a left, I'm assuming, right?
yes. If I made a right, I would have went down 375,
Believe me, it'll all
which
be
takes
looked
me a
into.
long time to get.
It will be looked into.
Paul, it takes a long time to get, because of Hannaford now.
Okay.
I know, believe me, I've
One more
been in
simple
your
question.
situation, and sometimes it's head scratching, it takes so
This
long.
young lady,
Thank you. So back to this traffic study. What days of the week do we do this?
no,
Did
you
you
can
write
address
it?
us if you've got something to say.
Oh.
Oh, sure. You want,
Yeah, if
Just
you want to
to
say
you guys.
something brief,
Yes,
Sure.
copy
don't
of the
don't
study.
have a big list there now.
no, it's not a big list, but I will tell you
Yeah,
that we've had a meeting on this with the town already, and you should know that there were over 100 people there voicing a lot of objections to this development.
well,
And, no,
Yeah.
I mean, you asked us to just say a simple statement, so
Yeah.
that's a simple statement.
okay,
We also feel as if some of the environmental impacts of this development, which you'll no doubt notice on your own, are really being glossed over, including the endangered species and the protected lands. And we're very concerned with that report, okay?
we will be looking into all of that, and we have to cover our tails too.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Okay, so just take it easy, let us do our
I'm
job.
taking it completely easy.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You will get a chance to say everything you want. Someday, whatever.
Probably.
One more and that's it.
You mentioned the possibility of Van Dale, but then it was just kind of like shushed.
Well,
Not you.
the engineer said that the terrain is too steep to make it feasible. And,
Too expensive, you mean?
You said they have to be
That's,
blasted.
that's, maybe it is, maybe not. You know, you don't have to go straight off the back of the building. If you do that, you're going over a cliff.
And just one quick thing, a police car drives around that whole entire building, and you could easily have access for the fire department going around the back of the building.
That may well be a consideration for internal circulation, because I have genuine concern about that emergency access and the ability to maneuver for all types of emergencies.
We'll be doing probably several site visits, so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it, people.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you
comments.
very much.
Thank you, thank you.
We're here to do the right job. That's all I can say.
I'm not sure.
Okay. We have to, ladies and gentlemen, we have to continue with our meeting here. We've got some minutes to read. Yes, it's hard to read. Thank you. Whoever wants to leave, can. We're not talking about the school anymore.
I don't need to be here for minutes. Are they going to sneak anything else?
Yes, you too.
Very well.
Thank you.
And I know you're not. It's got to be
Why are you here, Mr. Canadian? Alright, I'm gonna go home and have dinner. See you guys. Alright, have a good night. Night, Pete.
I don't care who you are. Can't do it. I write myself all kinds of notes. And I put them in